There is clear motivation to both keep these corpses coming and for these victims to have met their demise in a manner which leaves their organs and limbs usable for research. Good morning, my name is Avery, and I'm a volunteer with Pro-Life San Francisco, and I'm also a deeply concerned healthcare professional. As someone who has devoted my life to putting the rights and needs of my patients ahead of my own interests, I am horrified at the egregious violations of these standards present at Zuckerberg Hospital and other UCSF campuses. At Zuckerberg General, elective abortions are performed up to 24 weeks, with exceptions performed throughout the entire pregnancy. UCSF is reliant on these abortions for the fetal organs procured from them, as it has chosen to use these body parts, rather than alternative tissue, in various forms of experimentation throughout their laboratories. There is clear motivation to both keep these corpses coming and for these victims to have met their demise in a manner which leaves their organs and limbs usable for research. Federal law states that infants born alive during an abortion procedure are entitled to the same legal and medical protections as children of that age born during any natural or induced birthing process. Former director of UCSF's Bixby Center, Dr. Philip D. Darney, has stated that digoxin is not used in Zuckerberg abortions, as it's considered by some to be an unnecessary step in abortion operations. Digoxin is the lethal injection given to fetuses to ensure they have been killed in utero prior to their birth. In the context of UCSF, the incentive to skip this step is extraordinarily clear, as the feticide can destroy the stem cells desirable to researchers. UCSF has admitted to having no protocol for handling live birth scenarios, which, without digoxin, are a statistically high likelihood. UCSF has claimed that they have never had a live birth, but at this time there is zero oversight or accountability to back up that claim. Without transparency and accountability, UCSF has every opportunity to obfuscate not only the gruesome details of its organ harvesting program, but has the ability to cover up infanticides of children born alive during these abortion procedures. Human rights activists and caregivers like myself will not rest until UCSF's research is held to ethical standards and its hospital affiliates enact policies ensuring accountability. As medical providers, we should operate under one important principle: to first and foremost do no harm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kristen Monahan, and today I am volunteering with Pro-Life San Francisco, and I'm also with Progressive Anti-Abortion Uprising. I'm a strong feminist and secular leftist and spend my life fighting for equal rights. There's an issue in the community that is concerning, to say the least, because in addition to doing abortions, UCSF also does fetal tissue research, and in such a way that live births happen because it is harder to keep body parts intact if digoxin is used. When young human beings are killed and their body parts are removed so that experiments can happen, that affects the whole community. These young humans are someone's child, sibling, cousin, niece, or nephew. Whole families are harmed by the deaths of these human beings and the destruction of their bodies. There's also the issue of training the next generation of abortion doctors through your Ryan residency. What you're doing at this university is ensuring that this barbaric practice continues on in a modern society that is not fit for this systemic destruction of human lives. It's 2022, and all of these practices belong in the dustbin of history. We cannot continue forward with an equitable society for humans while these practices are happening. Every human being deserves the right to their own bodies and lives, but this is the ultimate destruction of those rights. It's truly horrifying for parents to grieve their children while their children's bodies are being cut for parts. The people of the Bay Area deserve so much better than that. This is an injustice that must stop for the good of the community and the good of the victims. You must do better.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Victoria Schneider. I'm a pediatrician who's proud to have trained here at UCSF and worked under the supervision of Dr. Sam Hawgood while in the intensive care nursery in 1985. Dr. Hawgood made a big impression on me for his extraordinary care of the smallest and most fragile premature infants. Today, UCSF has reportedly trained over 2,500 doctors on the methods of ending a premature infant's life while still in the womb, including late-term abortions, when many of these babies would survive if they had received care in the intensive care nursery. These babies' organs are prepared for research by ending the child's life in painful and inhumane ways, so the organs will be as fresh as possible for research purposes. There's a massive disconnect here at UCSF. In medicine, we're here to help people survive, but UCSF has gone so far down the road of science that the ending of these lives is being justified, going against UCSF's own code of ethics, which states acceptance and recognition of the worth, dignity, and unique characteristics of each individual. If this program is not to be shut down, at least require that all women coming in for services have an ultrasound, just like women who come in and plan to keep their pregnancies, complete with explanations of heartbeat, body parts, and fetal movement. At least give these women a chance to make an informed decision. Thank you very much.
Hello, UC Regents. My name is Robert Bird, and I stand here in solidarity with Pro-Life San Francisco and the others speaking against aborted fetal organ harvesting. As I said yesterday, if anyone takes objection to our use of the word children or babies in the context of abortion, I'll point you to the fields of maternal fetal medicine and fetal surgery. The relationship is described in terms of parent and offspring. Also, the word babies is mentioned on UCSF web pages about fetuses in those contexts. It is just undesirable to use that phrase, those words, in the context of abortion. So therefore, on your consent forms for the Women's Option Center, it says pregnancy tissue, rather than acknowledging the reality of that second important human in every pregnancy. I believe that if we, as a community, say that we care, we need to be able to provide mutual aid and all the support that parenting people need throughout their caregiving, throughout their time caring for a child, which exists both prior and during and after birth. We need to care about all humans involved at all stages. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Kristen Turner, and I am the Executive Director of Pro-Life San Francisco and a progressive secular youth organizer. Kermit Gosnell was an abortionist in Pennsylvania who is currently serving life in prison for 3 counts of first-degree murder against infants born alive during abortions and 1 count of manslaughter for his role in the death of Karnamaya Monger during and following her abortion. Additionally, he was convicted of 21 counts of illegally committing abortions in latent pregnancy and 211 counts of violating informed consent laws. When the story of Kermit Gosnell broke, the nation was horrified. Everybody on every side of the abortion issue wondered what they could have done to prevent these objectively heinous human rights violations. The answer is in front of us now. The research that Pro-Life San Francisco has conducted has uncovered a high likelihood that UCSF is allowing born-alive infants to die or outright killing them after birth, as their body parts are highly valued for scientific research projects. They regularly commit procedures that have a high likelihood of live birth, and through the public records they provided us, they have no protocol on the book for live birth scenarios. They have also reported to the press that they have never seen a live birth in any one of their facilities or campuses during an abortion. If all of the information that UCSF has given us is true, it would be a statistical anomaly that they have never seen a live birth. UC Regents, please, I am begging you, hold UCSF accountable. Do an investigation. We can do better.
Thank you to the speakers for your comments at this meeting of the Regents. We appreciate it.